There is no architect, no foreman, no engineer, and not a single ant carrying a blueprint. Yet, when a colony of army ants on the march encounters a chasm in the forest floor, a bridge appears. It's a structure built without a single conscious decision, assembled spontaneously from the bodies of the travelers themselves. This isn't just construction, it's a physical manifestation of a decentralized computation, a problem being solved in real time by a collective with no leader. The process begins with a traffic jam. The first ant to reach the gap slows down. The ant directly behind it bumps into it, slowing as well. This cascade of deceleration travels backward through the line, a pressure wave of information. For an army ant, a sudden stop in front means an obstacle. The response is simple: climb over it. But when the obstacle is another ant at the edge of a void, the rule changes slightly. They climb over, link their legs with their neighbors, and hold fast, becoming the first segment of the living road. Every ant locked into this bridge is an ant that is not gathering food. It is a temporary sacrifice, a unit of labor removed from the workforce. The colony is, in effect, performing a cost-benefit analysis without a spreadsheet. Is the time saved by the thousands of ants who will use this shortcut greater than the foraging potential lost by the few hundred who form its structure? The bridge itself is the outcome of this equation. It only forms and persists if the traffic flow is high enough to justify the investment. Researchers have modeled this exact decision. There is a tipping point. Below a certain rate of traffic, individual ants that try to form a bridge will abandon the effort and find another way. But once the flow of ants across their backs, the tactile stimulus, reaches a critical threshold, their position becomes locked in. More ants pour into the structure, widening and strengthening it, not because of a command, but because their local environment tells them it is the most efficient action. The benefit now demonstrably outweighs the cost. This living architecture is not static. It is a fluid, adaptive system that breathes with the flow of the colony. As the main wave of foragers passes and traffic thins, the stimulus on the bridge ants subsides. Feeling fewer footsteps on their backs, individuals on the edges of the bridge may detach and rejoin the column. The bridge can shrink or even dissolve completely, releasing its members back into the general workforce once its usefulness has diminished. It is a temporary structure for a temporary problem. The adaptability goes further. The bridge can move. If the main foraging trail shifts slightly to the left or right, the bridge will reconfigure itself to meet the new optimal path. Ants will detach from the downstream side of the structure and reattach on the upstream side, causing the entire bridge to slowly creep along the edge of the gap. This is not a planned relocation. It's the result of thousands of individual ants responding to the changing patterns of flow across their bodies. The bridge tracks the desire of the colony. How do they hold on so tightly? The answer is in their feet. Each leg ends in hooked claws called tarsal claws. These are not just for gripping surfaces. They are designed to interlock perfectly with the legs and bodies of other ants. This creates a mesh with incredible tensile strength. A single ant is strong, but woven together into a living fabric, they can support many times their own weight, forming a stable and secure walkway that flexes and adjusts under the load of their marching kin. These structures can achieve staggering scales, reaching up to 20 ants wide to accommodate heavy traffic. At this size, it's less a simple chain and more of a woven suspension bridge. The forces are distributed across thousands of individuals. The structure dampens vibrations from the marching column, providing a stable path. Unlike a steel bridge, however, if a section is damaged or a few ants lose their grip, the surrounding ants can immediately adjust and reinforce the weak point, making the structure self-healing. What you are witnessing is a principle called stigmergy. It's a form of indirect communication where an individual's action modifies the environment, and that modification influences the subsequent actions of other individuals. For the army ants, the bridge is the message. Its existence, its size, and its stability are signals to the rest of the colony. There's no need for a leader to shout orders when the environment itself is telling every ant what to do next. The intelligence is not contained within any single ant. It is stored in the structure of their world. Computer scientists have spent decades trying to replicate this efficiency. Algorithms like ant colony optimization are used to solve complex human problems, like finding the most efficient routes for delivery trucks or managing data flow in telecommunication networks. These algorithms use virtual pheromones in a computer's memory to mark optimal paths. The army ants, species Eciton burchelli, are doing the same thing, but their algorithm is not virtual. It is embodied. The computation is performed with flesh and chitin to solve a physical routing problem in the real world. The intelligence required to design, build, and maintain this bridge isn't located in any one ant's brain. In fact, it's not in a brain at all. It is distributed across the entire system. Each ant is a simple processor, following an incredibly basic rule set. If path is blocked by slow ants over a gap, climb over and hold. The complex, seemingly intelligent result is an emergent property of thousands of these simple interactions. It is a powerful reminder that incredible complexity can arise from profound simplicity. So, where is the decision to build a bridge actually made? The question itself assumes a decision maker, a central consciousness that does not exist. The bridge is not so much decided upon as it is an inevitable outcome, like a crystal forming in a supersaturated solution. It's what happens when you combine this particular ant with this particular set of rules in this particular environment. It's a solution that arises from the physics of the swarm, a reminder that intelligence doesn't always need a brain to solve the problems of the world.
Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.